So I want to talk a little bit about Wilhelm Reich. Wilhelm Reich was a psychiatrist and a philosopher and a sociologist back in the 30s and 40s. He was it was Sigmund Freud's left-hand man, his most accredited student. Wilhelm Reich discovered a biological energy which Freud misinterpreted and overanalyzed as the libido. Well, Wilhelm Reich discovered this energy, which he termed Orgone energy, and it's measurable in every living thing. And anyway, he found a biological root of neurosis, and the discovery that biological energy is repressed and withheld in muscular tensions in the jaw and the neck and the stomach and various other parts of the body, that the anxiety that we feel is expressed in a muscular tension and inhibition that can be liberated through the manipulation of these muscles with also, psychoanalytic technique. Anyway, I moved to Seattle in 1998, about 98, and to undergo orgone therapy, or biopsychiatric therapy as it's now called. And it was one of the best things I've ever did for myself. But I'm a big supporter of Wilhelm Reich. You guys should check out his work. His two best books are Character Analysis and Listen, Little Man. Those are his two best books, in my opinion. But it really changed my perspective on human relationships and myself, and it kind of, makes you realize that we're living creatures along with every other living thing in this world, and that we're all, not to get too George Lucas on you, but the forces within us all, so to speak. And but yeah, that's my take on Wilhelm Reich. I think he's a genius, and I've been a big supporter of him. Anton LaVey mentions him in almost every one of his books. Anton LaVey finds a way to put his name in there about something. I mean, obviously Anton LaVey was a big supporter of Reich, which is of course how I discovered him. So that's my take on Wilhelm Reich. Oh yeah, so Wilhelm Reich, his death was somewhat of a mystery. He was chased out of Nazi Germany during the World War II because the Nazis felt him a threat, and they burned all of his books, and they ran him out of town. So he came to good old USA, right? Where else are you going to go to be able to be a free person and practice, your work? Well, apparently the USA didn't like him either, because he published a few books about the effects of orgone energy on nuclear radiation. And this is right around the time when the first atomic bomb was being tested, and apparently the United States did not appreciate him talking about ways to counteract nuclear radiation by very simple means, and how to shield yourself and protect yourself from negative nuclear radiation through very, very practical ways using orgone energy. Anyway, he well documented it in a book called The Cancer Biopathy, where he talked about how you can use orgone energy to counter effects and even reverse the effects of cancer and other malignant diseases. And it's been speculated that the pharmaceutical industry plus the U.S. Armed Forces and military did not appreciate Wilhelm Reich's publishing works about such topics. And anyway, Wilhelm Reich was arrested and imprisoned for 4 years in the USA. His books were burned over here too. His literature was repressed. It was burned. A lot of his literature was lost. And he was imprisoned in a federal penitentiary for traveling across state lines with medical devices without having the proper license. Now tell me that ain't a bunch of bullshit. Alright? He was traveling across states in a car and with medical devices without the proper license. It's one of those bullshit laws that are never enforced, but if they force it on a maximum level, yes, you can do years in jail. And mysteriously, he died in good health, but he had a sudden heart attack in a federal jail. So, Wilhelm Reich did not find peace in the good old US of A. In fact, it found his death.